Hello everyone, welcome to the instant match reaction, the instant-ish match reaction.
Nice one,
Welcome
Mike Brown.
to the official fan channel of the Premier League's in-form side, Liverpool Football Club. Comfortably so after the demolition of Manchester United.
Oh, that sounded good. Say it again, Machin.
Demolition of Manchester United.
Yes.
4-2 at an empty Old Trafford. Everything I needed in my life, that, Chris. You know, and you said it about the first half performance, that it was better the way it went because, you know, you have the disappointments and you're feeling down and you drag it back up. To have them get a goal back and then to have a score another one, so you get that. I got to absolutely love every single one of them 4 goals in completely different ways for completely different reasons. And then you've got that like couple of minutes just to bask in it at the end. It was just wonderful.
If it wasn't already empty, it would have emptied out when Salah scored, wouldn't it? You could just imagine the cameras panning to the exits as they're all fucking running out to find a terrible coat to put on, which has been a theme of the day. We've seen loads of them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Manchester, for showcasing coats not to wear. Yeah. It's been lovely. Yeah. But no, look, Liverpool were brilliant tonight and they worked for it. They worked so hard for that victory. I'm so disappointed that we weren't able to be there. Yeah. And I know you've made your peace with it. We sort of spoke a little bit off camera on this, but it pains me. It fucking galls me to see team performances like that in places like that and know that we could have been there. Like, it's boss, but it could have been better.
The only thing, you're right, it's like, I guess it's a magnanimous feeling in that regard because I wouldn't have been there, so I'd have only watched it on the telly, and that's the thing for me. The Old Trafford stuff, I never go to Old Trafford. We went once and I vowed never to go again because it was horrendous. But but you're right, for the thousands who would have been there, who would have had the story and had the laughs. When you look at beating them, you know, in 2008, 2009, and you the little Liverpool section up in the corner bouncing away and Gerrard kissing the camera and all that kind of stuff. That you don't have those moments, but they have got. There were moments within it as well that'll stick out, and you know, contextually in the course of the season, particularly because it's so much weight on it. I think most of us went into this one with no. I mean, I was saying before, I was feeling like confident, but not like in a weird way. Just like, well, I can see a story where Liverpool do kind of get over the line here. But I think a lot of people, the general vibe was very much turning up to Old Trafford to lose. And then when you see the coach getting delayed and you think, oh God, is that going to take off our preparation time? And you see what United have been doing. You see what the team they put out against Leicester to make sure they were prepared for this. It was mentioned in the comments, we were talking about it before the game even started. I am fucking deliriously happy with the idea that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fielded a team of children against Leicester and threw away his last chance at the title. They were still in the title race and he gave that up to try and have a full-strength team to play Liverpool. And what did it get him? It got him a 4-2 dickhead in the face, and I love that.
And look, you know, it's so difficult, isn't it? Because some people tell you momentum doesn't exist in fucking sports and stuff like that, but it does. And losing is not a good way to go into a big game. It never has been. It never will be. So part of this is on Ollie because he did that, and he'll have to go to sleep tonight knowing that he let the squad down by basically putting lambs out to the slaughter against Leicester and then putting the big sheep out for slaughter against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it's and look because this is the level of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, by the way. And we will talk about Liverpool, but I like reveling in Man United's problems. Look, they're going to finish above Liverpool this season. They might come away with the European trophy. I'm sure they won't be too upset by any of what I'm about to say. That'll cushion them quite nicely. But he had the chance there. They weren't going to win the league, but he had a chance to just keep it going for as long as possible, to keep up the conceit. And he realises that he knew that it was an impossibility, even if it's still mathematically possible. He thought the value of being snide and getting one over Liverpool and what that gives him to the fan base in the eyes was worth more to him than trying to run down Man City. And that tells you how shit a manager he is. Yeah. Because he's not stupid, but he appreciates the situation that he's in, and like he needed to curry favour with the fans because a win against Leicester. It's just they could have beaten Leicester. Leicester were there for the taking. They nearly got something against Leicester with a team of kids. If he'd gone full strength for that, they might have been able to do that, and then they might have still gotten beat 4-2 against us. But the title would have gone on one more week, and maybe City do something, and you just end up a little bit. But I think he knows he's not going to be a Manchester United manager for for too much longer. At some point, people will just get a bit annoyed with it, and probably when fans come back. So he's trying every trick in the book to try and win them over, and we fucking.
And look, if you were in this situation, you were a Man United supporter, you'd be doing exactly the same.
Absolutely.
And you'd be no more qualified or less qualified than him.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about the Liverpool performances. I want to talk about Thiago Alcantara. I said it as a stat. I don't know if it's true. I'm sure I saw the week that we had 4 out of 4 wins with him and Firmino in midfield. I don't know if anyone can corroborate that in the comments. If that's the case, I think that's 5 out of 5. But I don't know how true that is, particularly certainly in the league. The midfield, it took a little while to get into it, and I think once they did get into it, they were into it. And Thiago's game actually typified all the good stuff that we were doing. You know, he was aggressive, he was on the front foot, he was cutting out passes, he was intercepting, you know, he was tackling and winning back, he was hassling and making people make mistakes.
I think he contested more ground duels than any other Liverpool player on the pitch. I think he contested 16 ground duels, which is more than Firmino by about 4 or 5, I think it was. But it was all high up the pitch, and for me, and I said this a little bit on the play ratings, he kind of set the tempo, and he for me, with his pressing, got Liverpool out of the mire of that first 20 minutes, because I felt like we were really disconnected. There was too much space between the attacking players who were trying to press, the 3 of them, and there was no midfield, and Thiago just went, no, I'm going to go, and you're going to have to come up because I've gone. Yeah. And that's when Liverpool started to really harry United, because, listen, they've missed Maguire tonight. Look, but Gary Neville said it, interestingly enough. Gary Neville said that, you know, it's almost impossible without Maguire. Is it now, mate? Because all season long you've been telling us that it's got nothing to do with Virgil van Dijk being out, by the way, that Liverpool have gone, but it was impossible for Manchester United
to borrow.
Impossible. Impossible, Paul.
To borrow a line from Not Another Team movie, Cry Me a River, dickface. It's just not. It just is what it is, isn't it? It was obvious. And it's shock. They're most. I mean, look, say what you want about Harry Maguire, and it's become a bit of a joke about how is he good, but he's not. He's not world class. He's not. He's not like in the bracket. He's not in the bracket of the best centre halves in the world, but he's their best centre half, and he's their captain, I think. Yeah. You know, and you know, he never misses games for them. He's missed the consistency, and as well, when you bombard in the box, he heads everything away. He's just he's a big central figure to their team, and you take that out, and they were much weaker for it. And that, I get it gets overlooked, but like Man City finished 19 points behind Liverpool last season, and it was because they didn't have Aymeric Laporte for about 2 months in the season, maybe a bit more, maybe I'm being petulant on that, but they missed him for a chunk of the season. That was one centre-half, who this season is their 3rd or 4th choice centre-half, by the way. Maguire, you see, we've lost our 3...
Our only centre-halves.
All of our centre-halves. Well, our 3
first at the time.
Our 3 centre-halves, and then we bought 2 more and lost both of them as well. It's mad. And we've just gone to Old Trafford with Big Nat Phillips, god of headers. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's one of the Asgardian gods.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, definitely. He's getting his own spin-off series on Disney Plus at some point. And you've got Reece Williams who's come in, who again, look, we were talking about him after the Southampton game. His pace is going to be an issue. And look,
we sat deeper though.
We did.
We did sit deeper to combat that, and I think, again, as something I mentioned before, is Robbo sat a little bit more narrow, made it probably a little bit more of a difficult night for Robertson, having to then cover more ground to get out to the forwards. We did a great job of protecting Reece Williams there, and when he was called upon, he did a good job as well. There was a big block after that Greenwood one that Nat Phillips clears off the line. Brilliant block by Reece Williams there. Looked in control. Would have been easy to lose his head first 10-15 minutes, because Nat Phillips, Robertson and Reece Williams, they were just left with the ball with basically the goalkeeper to go to and them two to play it between.
Goalkeeper or hitting hope to Jota.
Yeah, and yet, out of all those players, it was Alisson that did the worst pass of the lot. Reece Williams didn't really put a foot wrong in that respect. And then, because he was protected, he was able to just be himself, just go and perform, never really caught under pressure. 3
moments that tell you like what a good game he had. He has the volley inside the box, which leads to the penalty shout. He has a little cushioned flick header blind over his head to Alisson. Like, it's a nothing moment. It's just a nothing moment. But again, he's a 19-year-old centre-half. at Old Trafford, you know, when he's had a couple of that's some tricky games for us. Does that, and there's a big crossfield ball that is inch perfect, which he missed. But it was perfection. It was a chef's kiss of a long ball from a centre half, Virgil-esque, and great. You know, I mean, I'm under no illusions. Look, if they go on to have long Liverpool careers, amazing. We'll all be made up of that, because who can be? What's the point in going out and buying more players if you've got good players? You don't need to do it, or you can spend the money elsewhere. If they don't. They'll go with all of our well wishes. But you know, this season's been an absolute car crash, and there's little small heroes who've made themselves. And Reece, this last couple of games has been good. He's had a couple of games earlier on in the season where he's done good things as well. Nat Phillips has become all of our cult hero as this season's gone. He's become.
Have we ever had a cult hero centre back?
Maybe after Kyriakos did that tackle on
Fellaini.
Oh
yeah, he was a cult hero. Yeah, that was a great chance.
Very slightly, but yeah. We have them, don't we? But like, I mean, Stefan Oncho was a bit of a cult hero, wasn't he?
He was just boss.
Yeah, but he wasn't, was he?
Well, look, everyone has the limits, like, you know what I mean? But Stefan Oncho was a much better player, I think, than Nat Phillips.
Well, it'd be just to see. That's an interesting point. That. But yeah, I thought Nat. Look, he has a shaky moment in the game, but the problem is, I don't know what's a shaky moment and what's Man United being boss. And because we've got a bit of fear in us, and it's Old Trafford, and everything's hyper-sensitive, it's easy to go, these are shit, or you're blah 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 blah. Man United are dead good, and it was all the good things that happened. I mean, it's a point made in the comments I saw earlier, like Virgil and Gomez haven't won at Old Trafford. You know, Virgil van Dijk played when we got beat 7-2 by Aston Villa. You know what I mean? So like, even the best of the best don't have perfect games in every single week. So
Clavan, everyone's screaming Clavan,
of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Thank you, Jacob Melvin, for that one. Oh yeah, there's loads. There's fucking tons, isn't there? Jeez. Big Sammy was in a fucking. No, Big Sammy, I'm not having that. He was a legend. Yeah, he was just a legend.
Amit G with the Super Chat says, hi guys, great performance from the lads. Do you think Mane could leave this summer after that? Sakho didn't stay long after his disagreement with Klopp. Personally, I'd be open to us selling him. Right, listen, that Sadio Mane just being a bit wound up in the heat of the moment is nothing like what happened with Mamadou Sakho. Mamadou Sakho was just a knobhead, and Jurgen Klopp didn't, because he was like, he turned up late for a tour. He was meant to be flying, and we had problems. But he was just a knob, and Klopp can't be arsed with people who don't train, who don't treat all aspects of it professionally. So what Mane's done there is not. Look, Klopp will love that. He will absolutely love the fact that Mane's pissed off, because it's a reaction. The worst thing you can ever do is do something and get no reaction. Not what's the footy manager? Have your little team talk.
The worst.
No reaction.
Absolute worst.
No reaction from the players.
There's nothing you can do. How'd you win? How'd you win against that?
Yeah.
Sadio Mane needs to be pissed off. Klopp's tried everything else with him. Mm-hmm. Why not beat him?
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean?
And that's absolutely. And you want him fighting? Look at this. Look at what's happened to our team. Our team reached the level where they've gotten better and better. We look at the players we've brought in. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes in £40 million. Naby Keita comes in £50 million. Fabinho comes in £50 million. Whatever. And I know Fabinho's ended up in the team, but look at what all those lads did to the level of the lads that were already in the team. Jordan Henderson became world class because of those players that came in. Gini Wijnaldum became world class because of all them, and we would have expected on paper for those lads to be moved out, shifted on, because the new thing has arrived. Mane's in that situation now. Jota has got his place, and look, Jota, I'll be honest. He scores a great goal. He has a good chance he hits the post. He still looks a little off it as well, to me, to be perfectly honest, but he's the incumbent now, and he's scoring. So Mane's going to have to sit on the bench.
It's a huge game to be sat out from, and good on you that you're angry, because that's what I want to see from Liverpool players who don't start games, who feel like you can't rest on your laurels. We've had the best of Sadio Mane for the last 3 years up until this one. He's been fucking sensational. He was our player of the year the first year he came in. Salah was by far and away the player of the year after that. But my word, he's been just as integral as Mo and Bobby Firmino in putting those trophies on the sideboard for us. And now he'll be disappointed. Yeah. Good, because he does need to step it up, because he hasn't been good enough this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree. It's what it is. And look, let's be honest. There's 3 more games of the season left. Yeah. If you think we're gonna score a ton of goals against West Brom, Burnley, and Crystal Palace, notwithstanding the twatting we gave Palace earlier this season, we're gonna need all 4 of those lads. We're going to need them. Someone's going to have to come out. At some point, one of them's going to come off the bench and score an important goal for us at some point between now and the end of the season, because that's how footy works.
Hey, look, Klopp got it right tonight, by the way. Let's not even think about Mane. All 3 of the front 3 scored goals. I mean, that's the manager getting it right. That's why he's pissed off.
Spot on. Joseph Clark says, fantastic performance, Trent coming of age. Thiago's improving game on game. Hate playing United though, because they don't have to do much to score. Yeah, it always feels that way, doesn't it? The Trent stuff, yeah, look, we're going to do what I think Ross is doing the final word tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be loads more on Trent in that one, and rightly so. But yeah, I mentioned the symbolism of his debut coming at Old Trafford, and now we've come to a situation where Liverpool are back to struggling again. Actually, probably not far off some of the struggles we were having at the time that he was coming into the side, injuries and fitness and form and all that kind of stuff. And that was a man's performance. And I don't mean like because a woman couldn't put that in. I mean he's a grown up, coming of age in that regard. He doesn't look like a young player anymore. He looks like a lad who knows he's one of the best players. He's one of the most influential players on the pitch. Grabbing the ball, driving it forward, being brave in possession, picking his moments. And we've been saying this for weeks now. He attacks the inside channel more and more and more, and it just makes him unpredictable. And he's, at the point when he ghosts Paul Pogba completely. Now he doesn't end up doing it right, getting it right after he runs out of options and he hits a shot over the bar, doesn't he? But all of a sudden, the next time Trent's got the ball, what's he going to do with it?
You don't know. You haven't got a clue, because he's got the ability to do that Beckham thing where he'll just cross it from 40 yards deep. He'll go inside channel against you. He'll go outside just to hit the byline if he wants. He takes shots on. We were saying during commentary, that shot that he hits into Henderson before Firmino's goal, fucking hell, he's hit the target. He's made it hard for the goalkeeper. Just get it on target. Second one as well. He gets one, doesn't he, where he ends up from the corner. He's obviously on the left-hand side. Furthest player forward to Liverpool, driving the team on once again. Gets another shot off, causes Manchester United problems. He's just got everything. Yeah. And I don't... people say he's bad defender. He's not a bad defender. He's probably average.
He's not even...
He's maybe above average at defending. Yeah. But, he's the best right back at going forwards in the world. Yeah. And that's what he brings to the team. And if you can't see it, footy's off for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no, people look at the players that have given him difficult times, and they tend to be brilliant. Or
£100 million players,
or super pacey players, and they give everyone trouble. Let's be perfectly honest with it. And it just shit happens, man. You can't be perfect, because there's an expectation from the opposition that their players will do well against who they're coming up against. No footballer is
we got to see Wan-Bissaka get to the byline a couple of times tonight. We got to see Wan-Bissaka put a couple of little crosses in tonight. Did he have anywhere near the impact on the game that Trent Alexander-Arnold did?
No,
he didn't.
No. Absolutely.
And he's a really good player.
I really like Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I think he's terrific. But yeah, you're right. It's just without going all 2019. Yeah,
go on, say it.
Yeah. But there are levels to football. Bruce Chua says, do you think Klopp starts Mane next game? Probably.
Yeah, it's only a couple of days away, isn't it?
Yeah. Rotation. Yeah, absolutely. Mane will start against West Brom, I would imagine.
Bobby stayed on the full 90, so maybe it's for him.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable shout. Fiatra Holland has retracted a super chat, so thanks for that.
Did you get John Connors?
I did not.
Centre-backs and defensive organisation is godlike. What's Jupiter legacy yet? Northern League a year ago, Nat first Premier League appearance in October. They are our gods tonight. What's that?
I'm into the third episode. Seems fine. Philippe Hunt, zero excuse not to get top 4 now, lads. Yeah, I know, but again, look, we shouldn't be in this situation, but we are in this situation. The reason we're in this situation is because we've been absolutely smashed to bits by injuries. Shit happens, is my point on this. Is we could draw a game out of the blue because it's just the way it happens, or we could not break a team down because of the thing that happens. It's back. It's as close to being in our hands as it's been for a while.
4 goals at Old Trafford. Let's just revel in that
Oh,
for
exactly.
a bit, like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Fucking
Exactly
hell, what
that.
a fucking night.
Yeah, no, exactly. Enjoy the wins while they come, because that's what it is. You can't know. If we get to top 4, it's because we deserve it, and if we haven't, it's because we don't.
And we might get to top 4 and not deserve it, by the way. Hey, did you get Joshua Low?
Low. I did not.
Isn't he first teamer? Thank you very much, Joshua.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Welcome aboard. Appreciate you.
I love that. It's one of the favourite things about going to America. Everyone just tells you, I appreciate you. It's like, I appreciate you too. It's fucking great, isn't it?
It's a Ted Lassoism and a half. Right, guys, thank you. That is the instant match reaction. Loads more to talk about from this game, of course. You can check out fan reactions, which we did earlier, Chris's player ratings as well, and the final word show will be streaming on the redmentv.com from tomorrow lunchtime, so get involved with that. Loads more to come from us as well.
Just before we go, though, we've got a super chat from Leach96, $4.99. I think Mane wasn't happy tonight with Klopp at all. Just saw Mane not accept Klopp's fist at the end of the game. And we've got an incredible winner, haven't we, for Redmen Picks,
shit.
Paul?
Yeah, sorry. I meant to do
one of
that.
our Discord subscribers, Tree Frog, Paul, fucking amazing. Wins 500 quid.
Absolutely
super.
So, yeah, we've got this for you on Have we got this, Tom?
Yeah.
So there's I finished 1,145th, but Tree Frog 50 and Ebonic share the top prize of £1,000. It was going to be winner takes all, but 2 people got 22 points, so 500 quid a piece. Yeah, you can play along. We've got one for every game, so 3 more games to go in the season, 3 more opportunities to win yourself some free dough. Make sure you're a gamble aware. Make sure you be 18 plus if you do play along, and the terms and conditions are there to check as well. But yeah, good fun. Congratulations to
Paul,
Tree.
have you got your laptop plugged in? Can you go to that 538 and see what our chances of top 4 are?
Yes.
Do you remember it?
Oh, God,
538.com, is it?
Yeah, don't. Wow, why are we doing this to ourselves?
What? Yeah, it's the words, mate.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
But if you type 538 in it,
Okay,
comes
mate.
up.
No problem.
Absolutely fine.
It's fine. You just do you.
We are a 61% chance, which puts us 5th favourites in the league. So at the moment, shouldn't have done that. I don't know what you were thinking.
That was a mood killer, wasn't it?
That was a bad one, that. Right. Fuck's sake.
Fucking on the
show, 4-2 tonight. 4-2 at Old Trafford. Right, yeah. Goal reactions tomorrow morning on the channel. Get subscribed, click the notification bell, and yeah, go home and sign up on redmentv.com.
What a shit night.
Yeah, we've got a phenomenal, incredible bar-raising documentary series coming out soon on there as well, so make sure you sign up. We'll see it all there. We'll see it all soon. Have a great night. Ta-ra.
So this is John Henderson's documentary, right? So we have to say the truth, huh? So let me say it like this.